Let's talk about the 12 tribes of Israel for a moment and that are found in Revelation 22 and why they will be sent out to heal the nations. So over the last 3.5 years, Father has had me intently talk over and over again about the 12 tribes of Israel and the purpose for them. And so if we see that the 12 tribes of Israel, the greater purpose for why they're here. So they are here now to help truly heal the nations. Well, you cannot heal the nations without first healing yourself. So the healed help heal the brokenhearted, where we've lived in a world where the broken is trying to heal the broken and it's just not working. And so the tribes are sent out to help truly heal the nations, but that comes with Joshua redeeming his own house first, which that is the 12 tribes of Israel. He redeems those families. And through the process of that, they experience their healing process. They experience their redemption process. They return to their true authentic self. They're able to overcome the things of the world, the suppression of the world. They're able to step back into their sovereignty of who they are. They break generational curses, false traditions of the fathers. They break those, those generational loops and cycles that continue to suppress and bring destruction. They break those. They tap back into their true authentic self, their higher self of who they are eternally, and they understand the power from God that lives inside of them. And so they are able to use their spiritual gifts for good. All of us have spiritual gifts. It's dependent on how you're using them. And that's one thing that Father has intently taught me, is that we all have spiritual gifts, but it doesn't mean that we're all using those spiritual gifts for the light. There are many people who use their spiritual gifts for darkness or may come as a false light, but they are truly using their gifts for false dark or for the darkness. And so the 12 tribes of Israel and why they are sent out and why Joshua redeemed his family first, or his house first, was to be able to heal the nations. So now there was more of them that were sent here to perform the work, and they followed in the footsteps and directions that Joshua would, through this being born again in the Spirit, would walk them through spiritually. And now they're here for the purpose of awakening and healing the nations. And so that awakening process, and that awakening is literally shaking us out of the suppression and the mindsets and the false beliefs and traditions that this world has veiled us with. And it truly takes, shifting our mindset, because every aspect of our life from the time we were born, there were expectations put on us of things that, and false traditions of the world and things that the world wanted for our life. And, whether it came from friends, family, school, religion, medical, governmental, work, whatever it is, right? There were all these things being put upon us to create a slave system of the people who just thought how the world thought. Well, we were to be in the world, but not of the world. And so truly being born again in the Spirit is the key. So these 12 tribes of Israel have done the work first. And it is a beautiful grace to the world, because they chose to come here and do the hard work to break these generational curses, to break these generational loops and false traditions of the fathers, and return to their true authentic self, no matter what the world around them was saying, no matter how crazy the world thought that they were around them, because they weren't fitting into the boxes of the world anymore. But we weren't sent here. We were never sent here to fit into the boxes of the world and the suppression of the world and the belief systems of the world. We were sent here to remain true and authentic to who we are eternally, and remember our purpose here, and continue to eternally progress, to break the strongholds and generational curses and false traditions and all the suppression that was put on us. And so may we understand now fully the beautiful gift of the 12 tribes of Israel, and why they are here, and why they will be sent out to heal the nations, and why they chose to be the generational curse breakers. They chose to do this work, knowing how hard it would be, but knowing that in return it would truly heal the nations, because now they will be sent out to heal the nations. That's the role of the 12 tribes of Israel, is to heal the nations. So may we understand more fully that, to the adoption of the house of Israel is what some people call it, is beautiful. And the fact that there are these 144,000, and that's the 12 tribes of Israel, They chose to come here first and do this hard work so then that they could help lead you back into the presence of Yahshua and truly back to your true authentic self, so that you could be, so that you could continue your eternal progression and overcome. And so the greater work will be done now because there are more of us than there was when Christ was here. And that's why he said, greater work will they do. Why? Because there's more that came here to perform this work in order to truly help heal the nations and to bring in a new heaven and earth. You have to heal the nations because you don't want to take all that old into a new heaven and earth. The earth has to be elevated, and the main thing that has to be elevated is that love and gratitude. And so the 12 tribes of Israel are here out of pure love for this world. And may we see that and recognize it and not shun and shame and dismiss them. That's what Satan wants us to do. He wants people to fear and shame. Shame is completely of the adversary. If you are shaming a person, that is not of God and a big red flag. So I encourage you to pay attention to the shaming because it is definitely not of God. So if you are attacking someone in shame, I encourage you to reevaluate your heart and why it's so important to evaluate your heart. So may this just be some word of encouragement of why the 12 tribes are here, and it's such a beautiful gift to this world at this time. May we recognize them when they're in front of us and be able to receive the help that they have to give us, because their testing became their testimony. They were walked step by step. They do not take God's name upon them vainly. They did not take someone else's experience and make it their own. They went through this experience for themselves, and through that experience, they gained the testimony through that testing, and that is a true testimony. It is not done in vain. May we see the true testimony that they hold and the experiences that they directly have gone through, because if they've gone through it, they can tell you step by step how it happened. Have a glorious day.